Terah lived in a place called Ur. He had 3 sons and at least 1 daughter. One of the sons had a child named Lot. Another son was Abram, who married his half-sister Sarai. When Lot's father died, Terah took the entire family and moved north to a place called Haran. They stayed there until Terah died. When Abram was 75 years old, the Lord said, "Abram, I want you to leave your family and country and go to a place I have selected for you. I will make you into a nation, and your name will be great. I'll bless you, and I'll also bless everyone else who blesses you, and I'll curse anyone who curses you. All the families of the earth will be blessed because of you." So Abram took his wife Sarai and Lot his nephew and left Haran. When they came to a place called Canaan, God said, "I'm giving this land to you and your children." Abram believed God, even though he didn't have any children. He knew God would keep his promise. So he built an altar in the new land God had given him and worshiped the Lord. Sometime later, a severe famine hit the land. So Abram took all he had and went to Egypt. He said to Sarai, "The Egyptians will see you're a beautiful woman. They'll kill me in order to get you. So tell them you're my sister." He was right. The Egyptians saw that Sarai was beautiful. When Pharaoh found out that she wasn't married, he took her into his house. He treated Abram well, thinking the man was her brother. Abram became rich in Egypt. His wealth included sheep, cattle, donkeys, camels, and servants. God was angry with Pharaoh because he had Sarai in his house. Plagues hit his family, and everyone got seriously sick. Finally, Pharaoh said to Abram, "Why did you do this to me? You said she was your sister. Now I find out she's your wife. Take her and get out of here." So Abram took his wife and Lot and went back to Canaan. They settled near a place called Bethel. There he worshiped the Lord. Now both Abram and Lot has become prosperous. Soon their herdsmen started arguing over grazing rights. Abram said, "We shouldn't be fighting. After all, we're family. There is plenty of land here. You choose. You go one way, and I'll go the other." Lot knew which direction he wanted to go. The Jordan Valley had plenty of water, and it reminded him of Egypt. He'd often say to himself, "It's like the Lord's garden." So he chose the entire Jordan Valley. He set up his tent near Sodom, even though the men there were extremely wicked. Then the Lord said to Abram, "Look to the north and to the south. Look to the east and the west. I'm giving it all to you and your descendants. Get up, walk over all this land. It's yours." Sometime later, an alliance of 4 city kingdoms made war with the 5 cities around Sodom. The alliance won the battle and took all their possessions, food, and many of the people, including Lot. When Abram heard about this, he took his 318 trained servants and chased after the alliance. He attacked them during the night and totally defeated them. He then took Lot, all the people, and their possessions back to Sodom. Abram, after defeating Chedorlaomer and rescuing Lot, he returned to Canaan and stopped at the valley of Shaveh, probably the Kidron Valley, next to Old Jerusalem, where the king of Sodom met him to get his people back. Here Abraham also met this man named Melchizedek. Abram met Melchizedek when he got there. Melchizedek was the king of Salem, but he was also a priest of the Most High God. He said, Abram is blessed by the Most High God, who created the heaven and earth. Give praise to the Most High God, because it is He who has given you victory over your enemies. Abram gave Melchizedek a tenth of everything. The king of Sodom said to Abram, "Give me the people, and you keep all the possessions." Abram said, "No, I'm not taking any of it. I'm giving it all back to you, except what the servants ate during the campaign. I never want you to say, 'I made Abram rich.'" With that, Abram and his servants went home. Soon afterwards, the Lord came to him in a vision and said, "I'm your shield and exceeding great reward." Abram answered, "Lord, I still don't have a son, but I have a servant that is like a son to me. Let him inherit your promises to me." "No, you'll have a son," God said to Abram in return, "and he'll be your heir." Abram, look at the stars in the sky. Your descendants will be as hard to count as those stars. This seemed impossible to Abram, but he believed it, and God was pleased.